Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to talk about the Atlanta Hawks. And oh my God, Jalen Johnson and Sharife Cooper have been so good. Okay, first off, both of these guys had their flaws coming into this. Sharife Cooper was his shooting, and really it was the same thing with Jalen Johnson was shooting. And Jalen Johnson, you could argue, quit on Duke halfway through the season. And before we start today's video, I'd love to hear those lovely comments down below in the comment section. What do you guys think of these rookies for the Atlanta Hawks? Have they been as good as I say? I think they have a chance to be key contributors to this squad. So let's get right into today's video and talk about it. And Jalen Johnson is a guy who's been out here and just, you could argue, just kind of dominant. In his 3 games, he's been averaging 17 points, 57% from the field, 33.3% from 3, while grabbing 10.3 rebounds a game, dishing out almost 4 assists, and getting 1.5 blocks a game. He's just been fantastic, okay? Been fantastic. Defensively, we see a guy who's a stud, a guy who can defend 1 through 4 positions, a guy who can rebound great for his size, a guy who's a secondary playmaker. He's a point forward, okay? He has the will. He's been taking about 2 3-pointers a game, and it seems like he's willing to take those 3-point shots. And I think this year we won't see as much as we'd like of him, but I think in year 2, I think he could be a really good player for the Hawks and really be one of their secondary ball handlers in their lineups. And if we look over here at Sharife's been dropping almost 18 points a game on 51% from the field, and he's shooting almost 5 threes a game with 38.5% from 3. Damn, is that nice? And he's gotten to the line, and his line percentage isn't the best with 66% from the free throw line, but he's been dishing 9 assists a game, and it's been crazy, you know? 9 assists a game for the young man. And the thing is he's not a good defender, and that was the thing we knew with him. He wasn't going to be a great defender. He literally's been averaging 0.3 steals a game in his 3 games. But we knew that he could, if offensively, he would be great, and he'd be the spark plug they need. And again, he's a guy that I think for the season, he'll be behind Lou Will and DeLon Wright. Right here, I'll put up on the screen right now. This is a great little graph from basketball.realgm.com. So this is our lineup. What we think is going to be Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and Clint Capella, with DeLon Wright, Bogdanovich, Cam Reddish, Danilo Gallinari, and Gorgie Gang running the second unit, with Onyeka Okongwu splitting the second unit with Gorgie Gang and Cam Reddish being backed up by Solomon Hill, and then Lou Wills splitting the time with DeLon Wright. Lou Wills being like the scoring 6-man microwave off the bench. And I think Sharife Cooper will be the 4th point guard there. And over here they have Jalen Johnson as the 3rd power forward. I think he's going to be a mix of small forward and power forward this season. We'll see him play a little bit behind Reddish, Hunter, and Hill, and we'll see him play behind Collins and Gallinari in certain lineups. I really like the young lineup of Onyeka Okongwu, Jalen Johnson, Cam Reddish, and maybe keep either Kevin Huerter or DeAndre Hunter out there and throw out Sharife Cooper at like garbage time. I would really like to see those lineups. I think that'd be really fun. It'd be a fun lineup for them to mess with. And I think it'd be a great team. This is a team that they also have. We can talk about Johnny Hamilton, a great pick and roll guy, great rim runner, played overseas. He's on an Exhibition 10 contract, so don't expect him to be anything more than a 2-way contract because they're already at 15 players. So if they do bring another player onto the roster, it's a 2-way contract because they have one 2-way contract, which is Sharife Cooper. So Sharife Cooper is going to be there. If they're going to cut anybody on this roster, I think the most expendable person is Solomon Hill, but they brought him back, so they obviously like him. Or Gorgie Gang. I think those are 2 players that are in positions where they have a lot of depth. But like I think Gorgie Gang's going to stay there. I really like Onyeka Okongwu. I think Onyeka Okongwu can play the center position or the power forward position. And I think they really hope that when he's nearing the end of his rookie contract, they can move on from Clint Capella, I think, with Onyeka Okongwu. And then I think what you get with Jalen Johnson is if Cam Reddish or DeAndre Hunter do bounce, you have Jalen Johnson there to replace him. And you could argue the same thing with Kevin Huerter. If one of the Kevin Huerter, Cam Reddish, or DeAndre Hunter do bounce, they have Jalen Johnson to replace at that wing position. You know, Reddish and Huerter could play shooting guard if Hunter does leave and Johnson goes to the small forward position. Or if Reddish leaves, you know, Hunter could move to the shooting guard position and Johnson could play. You know, there's a lot of options there. And Sharife Cooper gives them the backup point guard that they needed. You know, they've needed a backup point guard. That's been one of the biggest problems for this team. And now that I believe that they found it, I think they're in a better spot, you know. And I think this team is going to be very fun to watch. I think definitely a top 4 seed, top 3 seed. Okay, I think they're right there. I think they can make it back to the Eastern Conference Finals. Is there a bit more competition in the way? Yes, of course. You know, the Nets got better. The Bucks rebolster the roster. You know, the Celtics could be surprising. The Raptors could be surprising. I believe also, you know, the Hornets could be something. And there's a lot of teams out there that people aren't paying attention to. The Wizards, you know, there's competition in the East. I think the East is going to be a little bit more competitive this season than it was last year. But besides that, I think it's definitely going to be a great year for the Atlanta Hawks. They're, I believe, going to continue making strides that they were making last year. And if we're going to be honest, this is a Atlanta Hawks team that I think their biggest weakness is backup point guard. Like, how will the DeLon Wright, Lou Williams rotation work? And besides that, the center position. But I think there isn't any reason to really panic. I think everything will run smoothly and everyone will be happy. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. And yeah, I think that's what we got today. I think the Atlanta Hawks rookies are really good. Johnny Hamilton, we haven't seen much yet, but if you guys, I threw some clips in at the end. Hope you guys did enjoy those. But yeah, so I want to hear those thoughts. That's basically it, guys. We're gonna milk this to 8 minutes. If you guys don't hate me, if you're in the video squad, comment down below. Into the video squad. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this. Tell me your thoughts down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Daily, about like 3 videos a day, I think we do. Yeah, that's about right. 3 videos a day.